come over here and try and tell me not to rub my face?
I don't want to live in no nanny state.
Have you been playing video games?
This is Jeff Spielberg checking in.
Good evening. This is An Evening with Mr. Spielberg.
An evening, Spielberg, and you.
I'm Brett Balby.
I'm Jeff Spielberg.
This is an interview show.
This is a new podcast where we pretend to be fake people interviewing each other.
We got you, didn't we? You didn't know it was us.
This will now be a dual interview. There is no interviewer or interviewee. Both are interviewer and interviewee.
Redefining what it means to interview.
Yeah, this is...
First non-question. Red?
You know, but what about beaches?
Well, now that you brought that up, let me talk to you about hooves.
Yeah, I know a lot about hooves, but do you know anything about farms?
I wish I had the gong to signify that our podcast has started.
Just end this madness.
And put me out of my misery. So here we are, sheltering in place.
I'm quaking in place.
We are practicing social distancing by recording a podcast very far away from each other.
Yeah, we're a good... Oh, how many miles are we away from each other? 1,500?
I think 10,000.
10? And I will walk 10,000 miles, and I will walk 10,000 more. That's all I got.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, everybody.
You insist on doing these songs and bits and impersonations.
And then I just really immediately regret them every time.
I'm going to let you keep doing them until you learn the lesson.
You should just start editing them out.
No, I got to keep them in there. I want you to hear it. I want you to hear from my perspective.
This is your plan all along. Be like, dude, this is what I've been dealing with for the last 24 years. This is how you sound. So just stop.
You've been singing I Would Walk 1,000 Miles for 25 years, David. For God's sakes.
You know, I still haven't walked that far. That's how long it's taken me to walk that far.
Do you think you haven't walked 1,000 miles? I think you've walked 1,000 miles.
How many miles is it in the song? Is it 500 miles?
I think it's 500. I think it's 500. We've been fooling ourselves into thinking.
I thought it was 10,000.
No, 500. You could knock that out in a real quick afternoon.
That song needs a sequel. 500 isn't nearly enough. I'm not impressed by that dedication. If you're only going to walk 500 miles.
A modernized version.
I need 10,000.
I need you to walk to the fucking moon, you guys.
Yeah, how far around is the Earth even? Wait, let me guess. 9,000. No, wait. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to stick with my answer. Just tell me how wrong I am.
The world circumference is 24,901 miles.
Oh my God, I was so off. I'm sorry,
Who is
everybody.
this show for right now? What is this show that we're doing?
I don't know. Fix it in post, baby.
Welcome to Guess the Circumference of the Earth.
Welcome to really long, convoluted intros.
We are 4 minutes in. We have a great intro for you here.
Just chop it up. Just chop it up in post, baby.
We are not a fake interview show. We are not Guess the Circumference of the Earth. We are Video Game Podtimism, the optimist video game variety show where two sheltering best friends talk about the wonderful world of gaming. My name is Chase, and I am in the hellscape called Seattle right now.
Hellscape, truly.
They're not letting people go to bars. They're not letting me walk my dog. I walk outside.
You can't even walk your dog? They're at least letting people in San Francisco do that.
If you try and walk your dog, Jay Inslee comes over and slaps you on the wrist and says, "Nope, you go back inside."
My God.
Go back inside.
So it's out of a place of concern, but forceful at the same time.
I understand that he cares. I understand that Jay Inslee cares, but It does hurt my wrist when he slaps it, and my dog's feelings are hurt. My dogs are very old.
Yeah, they like their walks.
This is not true. You can walk your dog, and I want to spread misinformation about where you can go.
You had me going.
I know. It was for the joke. It was for the bit. But then I'm like,
Wow.
It's like a pandemic. It's shitty out there. I don't want people to be like, I can't walk my dog. Video game Podtimism said I can't.
Is that how our listeners sound?
I hope not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
listeners.
Wow. Anyways.
Who are you? You didn't introduce yourself.
I'm David, and I'm a healthcare worker in this time of illness. That's
So
what I am.
Hats off to you. May God be on your side.
Well, Seattle may be a hellscape. It's better than having the majority of people having their head in the dirt, pretending like nothing is happening, which seems to be the majority of Santa Barbara at the moment.
Hey man, they'll get there. We had that phase.
Yeah, it's quite concerning. And I'm just like, y'all need to go inside. Like, that is not hard to do. That's what people normally want to do, but now people are telling you to stay inside, and you're like, I don't want to stay inside. I want to go out.
I want to rub my hands on all these hard surfaces that a lot of people use.
I want to shake someone's hand and then touch my face without sanitizing myself.
I just want to rub my face. Is big government going to come over here and try and tell me not to rub my face?
I don't want to live in no nanny state. God.
Have you been playing video games?
I have been, actually. Yes.
Tell me about those.
They've been some good ones. I started playing Into the Breach.
Oh, you did?
I did. I don't know if have you played that one?
I did, yeah. Like, I think last summer I was mostly playing it.
It's pretty fun.
It's pretty good. It's a good game.
I like having I feel like there's two different types of Switch games. Switch games that are good on the TV and Switch games that are good in handheld mode. And this is definitely a handheld mode game.
It's odd that those two things are distinct, because I agree that like there's some games that are just like absolute bangers in handheld mode only. Like they don't work well on the TV.
It just feels weird. It just almost feels like a waste of real estate on the TV or something. Or like I want to be closer to it in a way, and I can't be as close if I'm doing it on the TV.
You can play Into the Breach, which for those who haven't played it, is sort of like a strategy game. It's like a 9x9 grid sort of.
Yeah, it's top-down tactical strategy, turn-based strategy game.
Yeah, and like it's oddly deep given that there aren't that many mechanics in it. I think they just balanced it pretty well and made it like hard enough.
They gave it those roguelike elements.
Yeah, you can like play it over and over again with like different setups of teams and stuff like that. It's pretty good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I'm having a good time with it so far. So that was nice. Let's see. I also started up on the other end of the spectrum of Switch games.
Yep.
Super Mario Odyssey.
I saw you were playing that.
That's been always just such a joy.
That's big time. That game is big time.
That game is big Yoshi.
It's big Yoshi.
It's big Yoshi. It's just, it's just pure video game joy. It's like just synthesizing all the joy and fun of video games into one little package of love. And then Shigeru Miyamoto just comes and is like, here you go.
Hey, here's this gift I made you.
I made this for you. And then you're just like so taken aback by just how special you feel that someone has made something so delightful for you.
It's crazy.
It's a good game.
It's a really good game.
It's a really good game. When the panic was hitting me with the corona panic.
Yep.
I was just like, pop it in, relaxed, feel better now.
Give me a dose of Odyssey. Yeah, no, it's immediate too.
Mm-hmm. It's just you can't be sad or stressed out when you're playing that game. I think it's physiologically impossible.
I'd believe it. That game is it's like a muscle relaxant level of
exactly
relaxation.
And then the last game I've been playing on the other end of the spectrum of Mario Odyssey,
the final trifecta.
Yeah, right. Been playing Control still.
Hell yeah.
Which is kind of a spooky game.
I was texting, here is our Garen shout out of the week. I was texting Garen
because
He also started playing it after having heard us talk about it on the last one.
Uh-huh.
And he's texted the same thing, that it's pretty spooky.
Yeah, it's spookier than I thought it would be. But I just get such interesting vibes from the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I think last time I compared to like adult Stranger Things. And I think that's close, but I think it's like adult Stranger Things mixed with Psychonauts almost, in a way.
Psychonauts is interesting. Yeah, there's a certain amount of like wild...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to describe. Yeah. No, you're right. It's weird. It's
weirdly
a weird tone.
adult Psychonauts, or like Psyops but good. Well, Psyops wasn't bad, but it could have been better in a lot of ways. It's a fun game. I just have to now be in the mood to play it because it's just a tiny bit spooky.
It's got a little bit in there. So I didn't find it all that spooky. I found like the tone of it a little weird. It's kind of unsettling and just like...
I think that's a better way of putting it, is unsettling, and especially with like kind of that constant like going on in the background. I'm just like, I play it with headphones on because Mallory's like, I can't deal with that shit in the house right now, dude. You gotta turn that off because that's disturbing me at the moment. Like,
listen, I'll listen to Mario go Yahoo for half an hour, but I am not listening to these goddamn whispers.
Ooh, is that what they're calling it nowadays?
The Mario Yahoo?
Yeah. You want to go listen to Mario say Yahoo?
Only with you.
Oh, I know. Anyways, that's what I've been playing. It's been a nice balance. I feel like I've got a good bead on all the different types of video game sustenance that I need.
You got a balanced diet right now.
I do. I went online, federal regulations, the MyPlate. Got a steady dose of all my video game nutrients that I need.
You're let's see. So what game is what here?
Probably Mario is like the vegetables.
You think so?
I would say so, because it's like the base of any healthy diet. Like, you can make tasty vegetables too. Like, don't down vegetables. They can be delicious, and they're good for you.
I'm just like, I find that game so like sweet and irresistible.
Do you think it's like dessert?
I don't know.
I think it's too good for you to be dessert.
So let me pitch Into the Breach being your vegetables.
Okay, let's hear it.
It is a real thinky game. You kind of have to like focus on it, and like it's good for you to play because you feel like satisfied after you've like, oh, I did really well just there. It's like it's an intellectual video game in the way that vegetables are the intellectual food.
My God. But isn't it been shown that foods high in like fat and protein are better for your brain?
I had a real thin case to begin with here.
I hear you, but I feel like you would maybe just play Into the Breach better if you have vegetables. That might be part of it.
Yeah. I just wanted to make the case that big brain vegetables are big brain.
Big brain.
Into the Breach.
I hear you. What would you say Mario would be then if it's not the vegetables?
I don't know. It's so good.
What even is on the MyPlate? I need to look this up.
Getting deep in here. Veggies, proteins, fruit, grains.
Yeah, veggies mostly, then grains, and proteins equal, less a bit of fruits, and then dairy. Yeah, I'm still saying that Mario is my veggies.
Okay.
He's the basis of my plate.
Can we agree that Control is protein?
I would definitely say Control is protein.
Fuck yes.
I definitely think we can agree on that, especially because it's like big brain energy in the game. Like with all the supernatural stuff you can do, you're going to need to be eating like a lot of protein, things that are high in fat to like keep that brain, to keep that brain working. Keep that brain working. Keep that brain twerking. And then...
Can we put Mario as fruits?
Could it be vegetables and fruits?
It could be vegetables and fruits because there are 4 things here and we only have 3 games.
You know, I'm actually okay with that.
Okay.
Because fruits are still good for you too, but they're so sweet like Mario.
It's true. Delightful. Colorful.
So the gameplay of Mario is the vegetables, but the packaging and the marketing and the feel of Mario Odyssey is the fruits. It's just like a little sweet taste every time that you play it.
We are 15 minutes into this fucking podcast and we've said nothing. We haven't said a single
No,
thing.
dude, this is really important stuff. People are going to appreciate this one day when society fails and they'll be able to like look up our podcast and be like, okay, this is what people really thought about video games. But wait,
Let me tell you about the video. No, no.
What are grains and dairy?
I don't even know, bro.
Would it be Into the Breach?
It's
a process of elimination. That's not fun.
It's in the breach. Dota is dairy. I don't know, man.
All right, I've broken you on this, so we can move on now. What have you been playing?
I gotta tell you about these video games I've been playing.
Can you make your plate afterwards? I want to know.
It is an imbalanced diet what I have right now.
Okay, let's hear it.
I've been playing Dark Souls 3 still.
My God, you're slogging through it.
I am also now playing Nioh 2.
Oh man, you're a glutton for punishment right now.
That's what I'm saying. My diet right now is nothing but just very difficult and hard to chew food.
So
very spicy.
It's all grains then.
It's all very spicy grains.
It's just a heaping pile of grains just sit in your stomach, slow digest, and just fucking power through it.
It is a plate of brown rice piled a foot high with sriracha as soup at the bottom. It is a punishing meal.
Oh my God. I got heartburn just listening to that.
Dark Souls 3 is good. I am getting farther through it. I have kind of fallen off since I started playing Nioh.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Nioh's new and it's not an older game that I'm trying to replay.
Okay. Wait, are you playing Nioh or Nioh 2?
Nioh 2.
Okay.
It just came out.
Yeah.
It's really hard as well in a different way. Like, I mean, similar to any of the like FromSoft games, it's definitely a Dark Souls-like.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly in its difficulty, definitely in the structure. I'm enjoying it so far, but I also know that Doom is coming and Animal Crossing is coming, and I will be jumping on those almost immediately. So
that's going to be a weird dichotomy to go back and forth between Doom and Animal Crossing.
I want to do it. I want to make my town and burn down hell at the same time.
Can you burn down hell?
If you're the Doom guy.
I guess. I'll allow it.
We're recording this a little bit before those games come out. I think by the time this comes out, those games will be out, and so you're going to have to wait until next pod to...
when do they come out?
This Friday. Well, I guess last Friday if you're listening to this in the future. Or I guess it will be the present by that point.
Hopefully
it'll be the present. Speaking of weird time fuckery. Wait, no. I'm not ready to transition yet. There's a lot of transition. There's a lot of time fuckery and breakdown.
Shut down the transition music. Shut it down. Everybody stop.
Everybody stop playing.
Turn it off. You guys. Okay, cool. We're good.
I need to tell you about some things that are fueling my sense of podtimism this week, David.
Oh, let's hear it.
For me, right now, in my world of hurt of Dark Souls and Nioh, what's fueling my sense of podtimism is people who are much better at these video games than me, recording them beating bosses and putting them on YouTube. So that I can watch them do this and then do that as well. I have played so many bosses where I've just gotten crushed into the ground time and time again. And then I'll watch someone play the same boss that I'm fighting, and then they'll do just a little bit differently. Maybe they'll play a little bit more patiently or more aggressive. I'll be like, I can do that too. And then I do that thing. And I don't feel like I'm cheating, which is nice.
It's true.
I feel like I'm just watching somebody else do it.
It's kind of like having your older brother do it.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then you're just like, I can do that.
I know how to do this thing.
I know how to do this. I only had to do that once for Sekiro, and that was for the last boss.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt pretty core gamer about that. But it was super helpful. It just made it so it just made things click a little bit better.
Yeah. No, you kind of see like how people are responding to their moveset. There's like in a lot of those FromSoft games and the Souls-like games, there will be like you'll be fighting a boss, and like for whatever reason there's like one attack that will just get you every single time. Mm-hmm. Like just saying like, how do I get around that is always incredibly helpful.
No, it's true.
Do you have something that's fueling your sense of just optimistic podtimism?
I do, but first, can I just say,
yo,
that it seems to me like you're recreating your actual life in video games.
Why is that?
You described Seattle as a hellscape.
Yeah.
And you also described your video games as a hellish experience.
A hellish, punishing environment. It's going to come even more into clear focus when I play Doom, and there's just demons rolling around, and I have to go dive into hell.
Play some Animal Crossing, baby.
Oh, that's the other end of it, is that they're both two power fantasies. One is destroying the hellscape that is now what I'm living in. The other is rebuilding the society in a very cool and chill and vibey way.
Vibey.
Animal Crossing is so vibey. Huge vibes.
Okay. You just have like a sign outside your village, be like, you must be this vibey to enter. What would be your picture? What would describe your vibe to people entering your village?
I think like a golden retriever with a set of sunglasses on.
Oh, I immediately understand that vibe. Wow. That was such a better answer than I had even expected from you. And you give good answers to those kind of questions.
Spoke from the heart.
That was beautiful. A golden retriever wearing sunglasses. Oh, I know that vibe. I want to go there. I really appreciate you right now.
Yeah, I got you.
My video game podtimistic thing of the week is that sports has left me.
Yeah.
Movies have left the chat, at least new ones in theaters.
Yep.
Outside is a bad place to be. But video games, they still coming out. They're still set on the fire. You can just download them shits directly to your console. You don't have to go anywhere. You just do it from home. It's great. Thank you, video games, for giving me entertainment in this time of crisis and uncertainty. That's my podtimistic thing of the week.
It is an oddly good time for video games right now.
True.
So many I read a handful of reviews for Animal Crossing, and almost all of them are like, yeah, I kind of needed this shit right now. Like, a lot of them are like, yeah, I need this.
I need this for me right now. That's real.
Yeah,
Super
no,
real.
it's true. Video games are definitely available there for you. Not dangerous to play right now.
Not at all.
Thankful that they exist, because if they didn't, I would be very bored.
Yeah. In fact, arguably good for you right now. Which, when has that ever happened?
I think this is the first time. I think it's the first time in history that video games have ever been good for you.
Yeah, or when like people in power been like, just stay home, play video games, bro. You're just like,
Excuse me? I've been doing that my whole life.
It's not going to turn me into a murderous, rampaging lunatic? Perfect. Just as I expected this whole time. You must be this vibey to enter. Bam. Put my little sign up.
Golden retriever with sunglasses on.
It's a great sign. That should be your house sigil. House Albee.
I bet I can make that in Animal Crossing.
You could definitely make it. The sigil of House Albee. Wow. Beautiful.
Speaking of a bunch of weird time fuckery.
I'm ready.
Do you want to talk about our main game?
Are you ready to cue the transition music?
I'm ready to cue it up. Here we go.
All right.
Play me in, band.
Hit it, boys.
Sick. That was a great performance. Everybody, yay. Well done, guys.
Yeah, it was a little flat.
Oh, wow.
Felt a little flat for me.
They're playing it the same way every week.
No, not my tempo.
Welcome to Good Games, where we talk about the best games of yesteryear or this year, but today, yesteryear, and gush about all the things that we love about them, despite them being just kind of okay sometimes.
True. This game in particular really did a lot of new, interesting things.
Yeah, today we got one that's special. This was, I think you and I had done like a dry run of the pod at your house like a year and a half ago.
Ooh, did we do this game?
I think we talked about Breakdown, and I don't remember very much of what we said, which is nice.
I don't remember anything. I remember we were at my house and we were drinking whiskey.
Yes, which is not unlike what's happening this very moment. Anywho.
Breakdown. Could you, before we get into it,
yeah,
also just give me a re-breakdown of Breakdown, since it's been quite some time since I have played it?
I will do that. We are talking about Breakdown, Breakdown was a, I guess, first-person shooter, first-person fighter.
First person.
It's first-person game. It came out March 16th of 2004 for the original Xbox.
So long ago.
Everyone have a moment of silence for our old bones. As we do, as is tradition. It was developed by Namco.
Really?
Who have put out a ton of games. It was developed by a specific like sub-production of Namco games that I think did Time Crisis as well.
Time Crisis. That would be a good one to have an episode on in the future, actually.
So yeah, sort of an odd development, like where it had come from. A production guy who had worked on it, I can't remember his name offhand. So I won't even mention it. I won't disparage his name by fucking it up. So yeah, came out around then. I think the reviews at the time were sort of mixed, as is tradition with most of the games that we talk about.
It means we're doing the right game.
Right, yeah. And I have a review by Borders Down. I tried to find some reviews in other languages, but they all translated very well, so I just had to get a normal one.
Maybe Google was listening to us and they're just like, we gotta stop looking like a bunch of jerks.
Gotta up our game.
Yeah.
So Borders Down said, ultimately Breakdown is a fairly awful experience with just a literal handful of inspired moments. And since these moments are so heavily scripted, you are better off watching videos of it instead. Yet Namco has not wasted their efforts with Breakdown and can ultimately hope that other developers or Namco themselves are able to salvage the positive aspects and carefully integrate them into a future title.
Ultimately an awful experience.
I disagree, Borders Down.
That's strong words.
It's strong words. So before I try and say why this game is great, before we say why this game is great, just a little bit about the game. It like functions as sort of like a sci-fi game. There's like a lot of shit that happens in it that's pretty heavy sci-fi stuff. Initially, it's presented as like just a shooter, like you just get a gun and you're running around and shooting dudes.
Mm-hmm. Well, a fighter, a bare knuckle brawler at first.
Eventually, it takes a second. Like it takes a second for you to get those powers, but you do get them, and then it's like superhuman dude who just like punches guys with guns, and that ends up being a lot more satisfying than the shooting. The shooting
way more satisfying.
But it was sort of kind of a twist on the first-person shooter thing at the time. I don't remember a lot of other games doing it quite that well.
It was a first-person punching simulator, and it was like you had like a lot of your arms in the like frame.
Yeah,
if I remember. And it's just like you had like a lot of animation, just made it feel more visceral in a way.
Yeah, it didn't feel like you were like pressing a button and then an arm would come out of the screen and you would punch someone. It was like they were already out there and you kind of had them on strings a little bit, so you would like kind of feel like you're really hitting these dudes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Do you remember the plot of this? I read the plot today. It's fucking crazy.
I was so like delirious when we were playing it because we were playing at like 3 a.m. because we were little boys who just stayed up all night playing video games.
Yeah, I think I was like 14 when this came out. So we weren't like children, but we were definitely like, I want to still stay up and play video games for all of the evening.
All night, yeah.
So yeah, I think we just like rented this from Blockbuster and like that's all we did that day.
100% we rented it from Blockbuster. And do you remember what happened while we were playing it?
We played it until the sunrise, if I remember correctly.
We played it until the sunrise, and a couple of times your fish really freaked us out. They would just like randomly just really splash loudly, and the game's kind of spooky, and it was scary as a child.
This is a very romantic story now that we're telling it.
When Chase just laughed a second ago, he laughed and looked down bashfully. It's very romantic.
Yeah, I'm very embarrassed. I'm blushing at my excitement here.
At the reminiscing of this beautiful moment.
The plot is crazy, and I saw a few people kind of pan it for that, and I really don't agree with that. I think it's like so fun and so interesting for the plot that it presents.
Mm-hmm.
It was like you are a guy with a very heroic name, Derek. Main character's name is Derek.
Oh man, Derek's listening on blast right now.
Get some, Derek's.
This game isn't called. This pod isn't a Derek Podtimism. It's video game Podtimism. Derek's.
Yeah, sorry, Derek's.
You're on notice. You're on notice now. All right. Anyways, continue.
So there's these aliens called Talon, or Talan, I can't remember exactly what it is, but they like show up on Earth somehow and they just start fucking shit up. The government at some point is able to extract some of their crazy superpowers and starts doing like experiments on humans. They inject Derek with this stuff and he suddenly develops amnesia, where I think that's where the game starts. Because you wake up and you're like, why am I here? Who are all these people? What's going on? And it's sort of a little bit of a trope there because it's easy to tell a story when the person also knows nothing. But it was interesting. And eventually, so like you get injected with more of this stuff. You get stronger. You can punch people real good, do a very good punch. So the weirdest part about this game, let me get to that. You're fighting through all these dudes. You go through a bunch of different military complexes and you're fighting like the main guy. I think his name like Solus or something like that. And you're like fighting him, and the U.S. government's like, hey, actually fuck this whole project. We're just going to nuke this place. And you lose your fight with this guy Solus and they nuke you. But like I think you like tried to stop it or something like that. Something happens where you try and stop this like explosion from happening and it transports you 15 years into the future.
Whoa. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. Crazy shit.
You get nuked into the future?
Yeah.
Damn.
And like you go into the future and they're like, hey, you have superpowers and you're like a time walker. You have to go back and like fix this. And so like the rest of the game, you're just like skip. I don't think that's the word they use, but
I like it though. It's a good term.
Yeah. So the rest of the game is essentially you going back and trying to like fix your mistakes by like kind of flip flopping between these like timelines.
Oh, you can just go back and forth between 15 years.
I forget if it's something. I don't think you control it as the player, but like, yeah, you're just popping like between timelines and shit like that.
How does the cat play into it? I remember that very, very clearly was the cat, the spooky cat.
I searched for this on the internet and there seems to be no reference to it. It's in the trailer, so like the cat is in this game. I think it may just be like a signifier that like creepy shit's about to happen.
I just remember you would like go around a corner, you'd see the cat, and you'd be like, "Oh fuck, it's the cat."
If I had to guess, I think it may be a hint that you're some sort like that you're a time boy. Because a lot of the times you go into those like trances, it shoots you into what I think is like visions of the future, like places that have been nuked and shit like that.
And the cat's in the future?
I think like whenever the cat shows up, you start to have like weird visions. Like you walk through a door and suddenly you're in like a desert that's been like blown up.
Interesting. So the cat's like your spirit guide.
Something like that, yeah. Okay.
I'll take that answer.
So why is this game podtimistic?
You want it from me or do you want to do it?
We can both do it. You want to start?
It's podtimistic because I remember it didn't quite control well. I feel like that's a very common thing for why a game is podtimistic on here. Didn't control well, but it did a lot of really interesting new things, which was very fun. Like the first person punching and the really weird kind of trippy first person experience, which definitely just was not really much of a thing back then, where you would have these kind of like almost psychedelic psychotic things like hallucinations and stuff like that would kind of mess with your head as the gamer. And that was definitely one of the first games I remember that did that and did it actually kind of well. Yeah,
it was like genuinely like kind of unsettling in the same way that Control is. Like it fucks with your idea of like the continuity in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Of like, wait, wasn't I in the hallway just now? Like, why am I here? What is like what's happening? And so it like kind of pulls you in a little bit more, even mechanically, because you're like, I don't know that I can go back the way I came because I'm hallucinating and I have no idea where the fuck I am.
Yeah, so it messes with your head.
Yeah. No, I agree that the tone they put forth and like the way that they did it was pretty fresh. I think Half-Life had done it kind of. Like there's a lot of similarly like spooky stuff that happens in Half-Life that's kind of like sci-fi and crazy, but like other than that, not a ton of folks had done it very well.
Sure.
So yeah, no, I love it for that. The story's great. The controls are so strange and so like new.
They were so weird. It wasn't like each bumper controlled a different arm. Like when you punch too.
I think you like clicked the analog sticks to punch.
Oh.
It was so strange. But yeah, I think the right one you clicked and it hit the right button, and the left one you clicked and hit the left punch. So like it was a weird control scheme that is like, again, fun. I like that. When did Chronicles of Riddick come out?
I'm going to say like 03 or 04, somewhere around then. Maybe 05.
Came out June 1st of 2004. So these games like were pretty close to each other.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Chronicles of Riddick was just so good.
But it also had that like first person combat thing. Like
It
wasn't a lot of shooting. It was like stabbing and punching and stuff like that.
You get to fight Exhibit.
And you get to fight Exhibit.
What a time. Simpler times, truly.
So I laud this game for trying the same thing that Butcher Bay did. I think Butcher Bay obviously did it a little bit better, and like that game was closer to a perfect game at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate that they're kind of swinging for the fences and just trying something new.
They really did. I feel like this would not be a game that would be made nowadays.
If it was, it would be an indie game. Like it wouldn't be something that a major AAA studio was like, fuck it, let's try a first-person fighter.
Yeah, like something totally unique and different.
Yeah.
They don't make them like they used to.
This game, when I was watching clips of it, it reminds me of Control a lot in the way that like there's this big faceless government entity that is like kind of keeping weird shit from happening in the real world, but like you kind of have to unfurl or pull at the threads of this mystery and get at a certain portion of the game. So
Totally.
I like it for that reason, that it feels kind of similar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which, again, Control also owes a certain amount of influence to Half-Life. Pretty similar.
True. In a lot of ways, very similar. But third person versus first person, they have all those crazy telekinetic powers, which feel really good. Feels good to beam someone with like a fire canister, you know?
I don't know what's been going on in the past year or two, but like people have gotten the sound design so well that like it helps so much when you get like that when like things are coming up to your hand. It feels so good.
I was literally just about to mention that the sound just makes it feel so much more like weighty almost.
Like tactile. Yeah, it feels like you can feel the weight of shit.
Yeah, when it just goes whoop, and just like boom, it just like blows up. It's great.
They must have played God of War and were like, oh, we need to figure out how to do this.
Oh yeah, they really pushed that forward quite a bit with that axe.
That fucking axe. How do you do that? Just one item in a game, you like change how the whole thing feels.
You just do it real good. You do it real good.
What else do you want to mention about Breakdown?
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It was a fun, unique experience that I remember to this day as a man. It was just good. It was really enjoyable. It was fun. I didn't play it too much. I remember watching you play it more than actually playing it. Mm-hmm. And then you would fill me in on what you were doing when we went back to school. Told me like what was going on in the game. I was like, oh shit. But it was just, it was definitely, it was original. I feel like we give originality points out
for sure
quite a bit on this show, which does make a difference when a game is unique and new and isn't just a total pile of like garbage, right?
Yeah.
If it's at least somewhat decent and playable, you can still have a good time with something that doesn't quite control exceptionally well, but just a fun, unique experience.
It reminds me of like pulp cinema, where like say it's some of it is kind of low quality, but like there's still some inherently pretty fun ideas in there.
Sure, totally. Like it's you play it for the originality, not so much for the actual gameplay or artistry of it.
Which I feel like games just kind of weren't doing that back then. Like there wasn't a lot of room to experiment with anything else other than like we need to shoot the moon and make like the next Halo or something.
Right. Exactly.
And so it's laudable to be able to put out something that's like, we're going to try a couple of ideas and see how they work out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then iterate and make them better and shit like that. So
yeah, just go from there. What has that studio made, if anything, since then? Who even made it? You said Namco.
Yeah.
But they produced it, or did they actually develop it in-house?
So it was published by Namco Home Tech Incorporated, developed by Namco Limited. Yeah, I kind of tried to track this down of who made this game, and it's not immediately clear.
Ooh, that's kind of spooky.
I know.
Maybe it was the aliens.
Yoshiro Noguchi I think he's credited as the producer of the US version of this game. I don't know how that differs from anything else.
That's a weird distinction to make.
He's listed under some pretty quality games, actually. He worked on the first Soul Calibur in 1999.
Whoa, okay. Classic.
Did a bunch of fighting games. He was in worked on Tekken Tag Tournament. Done Ridge Racer 5.
Ridge Racer!
And then Time Crisis and Time Crisis 2.
Whoa. Comes full circle.
Then Breakdown in 2004. And then after that, not a ton of stuff. He worked on Jackass the game in 2007. It looks like he works at Unity now. I'm looking at his his LinkedIn profile. Anything else you want to say about this game before we go to the next spot?
No, I'm good.
Great game. Good times. Thank you, Yoshihiro Noguchi.
Thanks, Noguchi.
Here we are.
We are here.
We are socially distancing,
Pretty hardcore.
as did the presidents debating the presidential debate.
They were a good 6 feet apart, weren't they?
They were on opposite sides of that their podium.
With no audience.
We had a request.
We got a request. We got beeps and boops. We got beeps and booped.
Fan request from one Max Richter and Tyler Tahasanari. Tehachapi, which is a place in Southern California.
Tallahassee?
Tyler Tallahassee. They asked us to walk through the Smash Bros. Roster and tell us the age-old combination. Who'd they vote for in the primary, and what's their favorite band?
Beautiful. And everybody is here, so it's going to take. So buckle in, everybody. Buckle in.
That was my thought, is like maybe we do some of the roster, because it's a lot of people in there.
That's a lot of people.
Maybe we should do like one of the games, like 64 or something.
What do you mean?
Like only do the characters from the Smash 64 instead of literally everyone in Ultimate.
Okay. But was that the request, though?
They said the Smash characters. I don't know. You're not making the podcast, Tallahassee. I am.
Well, I mean, we at least have to get their mains, right? Whatever their mains are.
Okay, that's fair. So we'll do the 64 roster to knock some out. I actually don't know who they're maining right now. I'm a bad Smash friend.
They don't main random. That's the only true main there is.
The gentleman's main. God.
Be mad, baby.
I will be mad. It's a douche pick. It's a douche main.
It's fun.
Okay.
You can never pin me down if I change my character every time. You'll never know what I'm about to do.
We got to get in this fucking segment. We got to do it.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Mario.
Start
at the top.
Are we doing band or political preference first?
Whichever one speaks to you right out of the gate.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there's so many options for both.
Mm-hmm.
His favorite band. Who's that Italian opera singer guy?
Like Bocelli or something?
Yeah, Bocelli. Bocelli. Everyone knows Bocelli.
Andrea Bocelli, I think.
Andrea Bocelli, yeah. That's who I think his favorite artist would be.
Wow, deep cut for Mario.
He's older. He's been around a while.
I was going to say like the Eagles or something.
Nah, dude. The Eagles?
Yeah, he's got big dad energy.
I just don't see Mario rocking out to Hotel California. I just don't see it.
You're right. Now that I tried to imagine it, you're right.
It's too mellow.
It's too mellow for a man that jumps all day, every day.
I was just thinking he needs something that's powerful. Like the tenor of one Andrea Bocelli.
Yeah, that's fair. He voted for Joe Biden.
Yeah, he's got big Joe energy.
Yeah, he's for sure a Biden boy.
Most definitely, because he's definitely blue, but I don't think he's a working class man. He doesn't believe in Bernie's socialism.
He's old school. He's a 90s Democrat.
Yeah, he wants things to go back to the way that they were before when Barack was president. He's okay with that. He's okay with some Joe.
Sure. Mr. Donkey Kong.
Is this a new character? Mr. Donkey Kong?
I wanted to introduce my boy with a little gravitas.
Is Mr. Donkey Kong, but like wearing a button down and glasses as well?
Well, he's already wearing a tie, so I think he's halfway there.
I know. So, but Mr. Donkey Kong would be, and maybe like a mustache, like a banana mustache.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, his favorite band would be, I think it would have to be like Guns N' Roses, just for Welcome to the Jungle, right?
It's on the nose, but I definitely see him like...
He's got to be like metal of some sort, like heavy something.
I think Guns N' Roses makes sense. He's not like so aggressive that he's like modern metal, but he's got a little... He likes Slash. He wears a tie. Like, oh yeah, I love it when they shred, dude.
I could see him banging the drums to Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Donkey Kong Jungle Beat? Bongo Beat? What was that game?
Donkey Kong, Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh, that was the game.
Donkey Kong, Do You Know Where You Are?
Oh, okay.
Donkey Kong, Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
I feel like Nintendo might need to make their own Rock Band game.
Oh, man, why haven't they?
So Donkey Kong would have his bongo beat drums.
Yeah.
Mario would be the singer. He just had to sing a tenor like his favorite singer, Andrea Bocelli.
Yeah, of course.
Luigi would be on bass. He's definitely got big bass energy.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do you think would be in the band? Who's playing guitar?
Captain Falcon would play guitar.
Oh, damn, you're right. Yoshi would be on the keys.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's a good band. I'd listen
That's
to
a
that
good
band.
Who did he vote for in the primary?
Oh, Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
Mayor Pete?
Tell me why.
I don't get Joe Biden energy from him.
No, definitely not.
I think he's a little too progressive. I don't get Bernie energy from him either, especially if he's Mr. Donkey Kong now. I don't think he skews a little too old to be a Bernie bro. I feel like he likes Mayor Pete's his style. You know, he's not
tenor.
He's not a millionaire. He's the lowest amount of money out of all of them. He's from like a smaller venue. He's kind of like much like Donkey Kong.
Much like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, he's kind of
not from a big town.
He's from the jungle. He's never seen a person before.
Donkey Kong from North Bend, Indiana.
Donkey Kong from North Bend, Indiana. I also just feel like he would take more of a centrist, moderate position on most things. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he's in the pocket of big business either.
No, true.
That's why for some reason I got Pete energy from him.
Let me call this shot real early. Link listens to emo music.
Yeah, but which emo? Which emo?
He still really likes AFI, like the early records that AFI put out.
Oh, damn. Link, you're on blast right now.
He thinks that Three Cheers for Revenge is better than The Black Parade, which is the correct opinion.
Uh-huh.
He voted for Andrew Yang specifically because...
I was about to say he's Yang Yang. I'm glad we're on agreement on that one.
He voted for Andrew Yang because of Andrew Yang's affiliates with hardcore music, which he did for a little while.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
There's pictures of him like all emoed out back in high school.
I just figured he wanted a universal basic income.
I mean, that too. Rupees are hard to come by, and you don't want to just have to break pots all day to get those things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, yeah, he'd want to be on the progressive side, but just not Bernie progressive. He wants to be kind of like the underground progressive.
Sure, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Damn, that one was easy.
I think we hit that one pretty good.
Yeah. We kind of skipped our boy, but what up with Luigi?
Luigi, he voted for Elizabeth Warren.
Okay.
I don't really have a reason why.
It's just
I just really feel like he voted for Liz.
Feel it in my bones.
I feel it in my bones. I just feel like he vibes with her energy.
I get that.
Because she's kind of, I guess maybe because he associates with her because she's kind of she was the second progressive candidate, where he is the second banana to his brother Mario. Luigi
is to Mario as Warren is to Bernie.
I feel like that's selling Warren short, though.
It is. It definitely is.
I feel like I say he associates and understands it a little bit, but it's not the same.
Sure. Yep.
All respect to Liz Warren.
Luigi listens to ska music exclusively.
Ooh. Specifically, oh God, who's that band?
He's a big fan of Real Big Fish and the Aquabats.
Oh God, I can't think of their name. They sang Santeria.
Sublime?
Yeah, he's big on Sublime, I feel.
It's true. I guess it's outside of ska, but I definitely believe that he does like Sublime.
I feel like they're ska. I think they're just first wave ska.
Maybe.
They're like, and then
all you ska heads are gonna come after us.
I think they're ska. And especially, I think they would vibe more with Luigi because they have a little bit more depressed lyrics.
That's true. I get you there.
Aquabats is I could see him vibing with them, but they're a little upbeat for Luigi, I think.
Who did Samus vote for?
This is where it gets tricky.
Samus didn't vote.
Samus didn't vote?
Samus didn't vote. She was on Brinstar, bro. They don't have automatic voter registration.
You know, that makes sense. She's a bounty hunter. She's off doing things.
She's doing shit.
Maybe she would have voted for Mayor Pete then because he's ex-military.
Oh shit, that might be true.
We got two for Pete.
Yeah, I think, and you can challenge me here, but I think Samus listens to one of two things: either lo-fi chill hops to vibe to,
Yeah,
or like deep 20-minute long songs, house music.
I think she's more lo-fi chill hop.
Think so?
I think so.
I could see that, chilling in the spaceship, hanging out.
Yeah, just hanging out on the spaceship. Maybe she's listening to house beats when she's off, like doing missions.
Yeah, when she's fighting. That makes sense.
But in between, she's chilling.
She is straight vibing.
Straight vibing. But I don't think her vibe would be golden retriever with sunglasses, though.
No, very much not.
I don't quite know what her vibe would be. Maybe like a rainy window.
Yeah, there is part of chill hop that is rainy window vibe.
Definitely like rainy window reading a book vibe.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's it. We got it.
Cool.
Captain Falcon is 100% Bernie.
You think so?
Yeah, no, he's a Bernie dude.
You don't think he's Trump?
There is somebody on this list who I think voted for Trump, and I don't think it's Captain Falcon.
You don't think it's Captain? I feel like...
Despite the fact he is wearing a red hat.
I mean, he essentially is the futuristic version of a NASCAR driver.
I know. Yeah. Well, fuck. Maybe you're right. Fuck. I just didn't want him to be one, but I think
like
the hard truth is looking me in the eye right now.
And he's like hella America. Falcon punch.
Captain, I didn't want to see you
Falcon.
go down like this. Didn't want to see you go down like this.
He's the Trump supporter with a heart of gold, if that makes sense. How about that?
It doesn't, but
the misplaced support of the Donald.
He strictly listens to like Dragon Force, I think.
Oh man, I could see that. I could see him also listening to like Plain White Tees.
Ooh, the softer side of Captain.
Yeah. I could definitely see.
Not expecting that.
I could definitely see him also like playing acoustic guitar and singing "Hey There, Delilah" on his off time,
but poorly.
But yeah, not well.
He never sings it well.
No, or plays it well. He's always like missing notes and shit, and just trying to just do it to look cool.
Attention. Yeah.
Look cool, right? Because I mean,
anyway,
that's kind of what his whole thing is, really.
Yeah.
He's like Falcon punch, Falcon kick. I'm just gonna scream and yell, and showboat. He's definitely a Trump. He's definitely a Trump supporter.
I know. It hurts. But
he's maybe like that undercover Trump supporter who like doesn't talk about
tell
it.
Anybody.
He doesn't tell anybody, but he's like big on the Donald.
Mm-hmm. Sick. Got him.
Got him.
Jigglypuff was a supporter of Amy Klobuchar before she announced for president.
I don't know why that's so funny, but it's... I think you got it.
I think I got it.
I think you got it. One shot. Yep. Before she even announced she was running. She's like, I want Amy.
Amy's my girl. The Klobuchar is coming, y'all.
Klobuchar. Haven't heard that one. That's pretty good. The Klobuchar.
It's not my creation. It's one of the podcasts I listen to, and I don't remember which one. So sorry, whoever's a great idea that was.
Hey, it's our great idea now. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry.
I made this.
What is Jigglypuff's favorite band? Could I say Ariana Grande? Is that too far off?
Ariana?
Jigglypuff's like all about singing and like wants to be like a pop star.
I could see it. I could see her like listening to Ariana Grande, but also having a soft spot for like some metal.
Okay.
You know,
because she's got a little bit of a violent tick in her.
Yeah, because those metal bands, those singers can sing. Chase Albee.
Sometimes they get up in there.
Sometimes they get up in those octaves. And it's pretty impressive.
Yep.
So maybe like some Dream Theater or something like that.
Ooh, Dream Theater.
There you go.
What a pull.
What a pull. There you go. She likes Ariana Grande, but also has a really soft spot for Dream Theater.
But fucks heavy with John Petrucci is who I'm thinking of. She fucks heavy with John Petrucci.
John Petrucci.
Oh, man.
She's like, he can hit octaves on that guitar that I can't even sing. What a man.
Oh, God.
That's definitely what she's definitely thinking panic attack when she's doing her rollout move. And then just...
What's Pikachu's favorite band?
I think it would have to be like One Direction or something like that.
Ooh, real basic.
Yeah, he's the basic boy.
But a boy band from kind of a long time ago. I don't think One Direction is particularly popular anymore.
I think Pikachu is one of those people who doesn't have a favorite band. They just like what's popular.
That's a good call.
It's just like, I just listen to what's on the top 40s. Yeah. That's their thing. They just listen to top 40s pop.
Damn. Okay. Sorry to do you like that, Pikachu.
I mean, he's not thinking about it. He's not, he's in it just to kind of like bop along and sing. It's totally fine if you do that. It's just his thing. He just doesn't like think about it. He doesn't want to think about it like that. It's just music to him.
That's a really good point because he did in fact vote for Bloomberg.
Oh, why does that make so much sense? That's weird.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's just like, oh yeah, I watched all of his ads. Seems like you do a good job.
I saw those ads. I know who he is.
Bloomberg. That's a name I recognize. Oh my god.
Sorry to do you like that, Pikachu.
Pikachu. I think you need to start thinking critically about your world and everything going on around you.
Just be more engaged, Pikachu.
Is Pikachu an anti-vaxxer?
Fuck, he might be.
Oh man. Yikes,
Pikachu.
He's also a part of an MLM.
Oh, for sure. No, he's trying to sell you creams every time you fight him.
That's why he has all those different hats. And all those different just like basic get-ups that he has. They're all different mid-level marketing companies that he works for. He's trying to sell.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Wow. I think we've just destroyed Pikachu.
Yeah, rest in peace. I'm sorry.
Rest in Pikachu.
The person on this list who I thought was absolutely a Trump supporter is Fox McCloud.
Oh, yeah. He's got big military energy.
He's part of the military industrial complex. Like he's like Blackwater. Like they hire him to just like go fuck up other like renegade groups in the galaxy. He's not part of the military. They hired him.
Damn. This is very true. Do you think the other members of, is it Fox Force? Is it Star? It's just got Star Fox, isn't it?
It's Star Fox, yeah.
Do you think they're also, what do you think their political leanings are?
It's hard to tell. I think they're, like, Fox has bought into the whole idea, the ethos. I think, like, Slippy's just there for a job. Maybe he got kind of roped into it by accident, but it, like, makes him enough money to pay for the bills. I think Falco is right there with him, with Fox. Like, he's also like, fuck yeah, Star Fox, here we go.
Yeah.
We're the peacekeepers. I think Peppy is old military. Like, he went through, like, the regular route, but then, like, lost his job because he was a little bit older, and he's like, I still need to make fucking money.
So is he like a Romney supporter then?
Yeah, no.
He's old
Peppy,
Republican.
for sure. Yeah, no, he's been writing Romney in every election.
Or no, McCain. That was
he was big on McCain in 2008. He was big on Romney in 2012, and then like didn't vote in 2016.
Yeah, I can see it.
What's Fox's favorite band?
Ooh, oh my goodness. Kendrick Lamar.
Whoa. But he hates To Pimp a Butterfly.
Ooh.
He only fucks with like radio Kendrick.
Oh no. Yikes.
Yeah, because he just wants like standard rap music, and like To Pimp a Butterfly just wasn't doing it for him.
I could see him being the Trump supporter. Or you said Trump, right? Yeah, the Trump supporter who loves like gangster rap.
Yeah.
Or like woke rap, I should say. Kenny's more woke rap.
He's like into J. Cole and shit.
Yeah, I can see it.
Sorry, Fox.
How to do it.
Kirby.
Oh my god.
Kirby wrote in Kirby for the primary.
He's like, I don't know what we're doing. I do a good job. Yes, that noise. That's the one. That's the one he made. I don't think Kirby listens to music.
I don't think he does either. I'm glad you said that because I don't think he listens to music.
I think maybe he'll like randomly play like an instrument and be like really good at it for some unknown reason.
Yeah.
But I don't think he listens to music for fun. He's too busy like eating things or saving the world or playing with weird creatures in his planet.
Yeah.
Play music or listen to music. Yeah.
Yep.
Kirby, I guess what it comes down to is Kirby's a doer.
Yeah.
He doesn't do things passively. like listening to music.
No, yeah, that's true. He wants to have an active role in it.
He would rather actively be engaging in the act of creating music.
Yeah.
What a creature.
Yoshi has to have voted for Bernie, right?
I think so.
Who else would he have voted for?
I mean, I feel like, yeah, he has to be Bernie because he's just been abused by Mario his whole life.
He's finally figuring out that the system is rigged against him.
Yeah, like he's given Mario a ride his whole life. He's helped him traverse places he wouldn't have been able to get across on his own. And then Mario just jumps off of him and leaves him to die in a pit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Easy peasy. Yeah, he's Bernie. He's like, I'm coming for you.
Yep.
Coming back.
What music? What's his band? I feel like he listens to like alternative and indie.
I could see him being like what is it? Arcade Fire. Like early Arcade Fire.
Yeah. No, he likes Arcade Fire. He fucked pretty heavy with Death Cab back in the day.
Maybe a little bit of the Strokes.
Yeah. No, yeah, like that early
2000s, mid 2000s kind of like
alternative,
vibey alternative rock.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. Yeah.
Dude, you guys just haven't given The Bravery a chance. Their whole album is great.
Oh, Fleet Foxes?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He would definitely fuck with some Fleet Foxes, for sure.
Ness is too young to vote, so he's not allowed, because that's illegal.
But if he could vote, who would it be?
He can't. It's illegal. It's illegal to think about it. That's a crime. That's a thought crime, David.
It's not a thought crime.
That's a thought crime to think of a child voting.
The child could still have an opinion.
No. Thought crime.
What are you talking about? Thought crime? That's not a thing. It's not a thing.
It's a thought crime for a child to vote, hypothetically. Ness also voted for Kirby.
So we got 2 votes for Kirby.
Yeah,
2 votes for Mayor
winning.
Pete. 2 votes for Bernie so far.
Yep.
What music does he listen to? Is he just gonna listen to Goo Goo Gaga bullshit?
No, he fucks
he's a
heavily
kid.
with like he fucks heavily with like happy hardcore, like happy punk music.
Happy punk music. Like who would that be? What's
Like 4 years strong.
I don't know any of that.
It's them.
The Helper
That's what he
Monkeys.
listens to. Hell yeah, Jazz, what's up? Shout out to you.
There's something electric. Shocking my balls. Jocking my balls.
One of those lyrics. Jazz, text me and tell me.
Shout out, Helper Monkeys. Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, okay, so that's the main roster.
Okay.
We also now need to do Corrin.
Corrin.
It's Max's main a while ago. I don't think he still mains him, but we got to do him.
Okay.
Corrin voted for Joe.
Yeah, Corrin's like big money boy. It feels like,
Yeah. He has a lot. He was a trust fund baby and like really doesn't want a wealth tax.
No, definitely not. Doesn't want an estate tax, that's for sure. Doesn't want those damn kids going to college for free off of his dime, that's for sure.
No.
And as far as music goes, maybe like 90s gangster rap.
Whoa. I was going to say Disclosure. We couldn't have been farther apart just there.
Yeah, we're real far apart on that one.
Oh my God.
I could see like a trust fund baby listening to gangster rap and being like, these guys get me.
Okay.
Just
I'm willing
like
to be on board here.
just like not understanding it, but thinking he does, and being like, yeah, Tupac is my guy for his soul.
I get it. Yeah. Okay.
Know what I mean?
Yep, I do.
Give me your rationale.
My thought was that he fucks heavy with EDM.
That's the other end of the trust fund baby spectrum.
Yeah, like he's gone to Coachella every single year.
Like he just goes to raves.
Yeah.
I think that's more believable.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's just a raver.
Does a lot of party drugs.
Eat, rave, repeat, as they say.
And also, let's also do two more.
Okay.
D and Banjo-Kazooie.
D. Oh, man. Okay.
D listens to butt rock. I'm just going to go out and say that.
Butt rock?
Butt rock.
Like the Butthole Surfers?
No. He listens to 3 Days Grace, Puddle of Mud, Breaking Benjamin.
Oh, God. I understand what you mean by butt rock now. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nickelback.
Just like the heavier and like slower the guitar can be without being like actual metal music, he's in for it.
No, you're right. You're totally you hit that one on the head.
Just big boy music.
Yes, big. You can just fucking walk to it, just fucking with all of his weight behind him.
Yep.
I see that. I definitely see that.
Okay, cool.
Who did he vote for? He is a king.
Yeah.
He might have voted for Bloomberg.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah. Like just the amount of money. He's like, I know that people with money know how to get it done. Like me.
He's Bloomberg or he's Trump.
Yeah.
He's one of the two.
Yeah, I can't tell which.
But he's not necessarily like he's like a misunderstood villain, which makes me think he's more Bloomberg.
Mm-hmm. He's just got a critical misunderstanding of this whole thing.
Yeah, like he's just confused because he's like just kind of out of touch.
Yeah.
Right? And he thinks that what he's doing is good, but it's actually not good. You know? You feel me?
Yep.
Yeah. I think he's a Bloomberg vote.
Okay. No, I believe you there. Banjo-Kazooie.
So are we doing Banjo and Kazooie separately?
Together.
They're one consciousness now.
I would believe that Banjo probably picks the music.
Yeah, Kazooie talks though.
He does talk. I think that Banjo just has control of the iPod. He's always got the aux cable.
Sure. Okay. Banjo would be listening to country rock.
See, my thought was like DIY punk.
DIY punk? What are all these genres you keep throwing at me? I'm so confused by all of them, but I'm fascinated at the same time.
So like punk rock music that's like definitely punk and fast, and like you don't necessarily need to be particularly like competent or not competent, but like super shreddy or anything. But he's like really not into like big labels or anything like that. Like he wants like independent artists to put out their own music.
So he's kind of like a skater.
A little bit, yeah. He's got a skater vibe to him.
I could see that. But he's like a country skater though. He plays a banjo. He plays the banjo.
See, that just, it screams DIY punk to me. There's like all these dudes in like Ohio and shit like that and like Georgia who are like, yeah, no, we play punk music and that's our thing.
Okay.
Midwest punk is a thing.
Midwest, is it Midwest punk? Is that what DIY punk is?
Sort of. I think there's a lot of people who would disagree with that, but like Midwest punk is a thing.
All right. I'll accept that answer. I didn't even know it was a thing, so I didn't know it was an option. So
there we go.
Your breadth of genres is astonishing.
All that said, he voted for Bernie.
I could see that.
He's like the working class Bernie voter.
Working class Bernie, bro.
Who's like, he's not necessarily negative about anything. Like he's not a stereotypical Bernie bro. He's like this whole system is rigged and we should change it because it's going to be for the greater good.
Yeah, you're right. He's a pretty altruistic person, and he doesn't. He obviously doesn't have a lot of money. It's just like looking at what he wears and where he comes from. You know, I wouldn't think, at least. So he's probably like, who cares if the rich get taxed? That's great. Give the people who don't have anything something. I see him being a little Bernie boy.
Well, great, we did it.
Everybody's here except we've maybe covered a fifth of them.
Yeah, probably that. This will have to be an ongoing
that
segment.
Was what, maybe like 13, 14? Wait, did we keep track of who everyone voted for? Because at the end of all this, we need to see who wins.
Shit, true. No, we didn't keep track.
Okay, let's go. After we're done, we'll go back through again and we'll be able to remember.
And we'll announce the winner.
It's not rigged at all. Bernie
it's
with
not
100%
rigged.
of the votes.
We're the super delegates. Sorry, fuckers.
Ooh, this feels good. I can see why you want some super delicate powers.
Yeah, it feels much better.
It feels nice. Feels like I'm in charge.
Okay. Well, yeah. That's all we got on that one.
Cool. It's good. Good job.
Good job. Our pod's gotten a few more listeners since the last time we talked.
Really?
Which I'm always thrilled about. I noticed that we got a couple of listeners from Brazil and the Netherlands.
Whoa.
So shouts out to whoever is listening to Damon in North Holland or Belo Horizonte in Brazil.
Interesting. Okay.
Or alternatively, the people who are using a VPN setting their location to those places.
To say, are those people there, or is this just VPN rerouting?
There's a distinct possibility that those are VPNs, but if they're not VPNs, shouts out. And as promised last time, I have an email that you can get in contact with if you want to submit your thoughts, your podtimistic things of the week, some maybe a suggestion for a game we should cover, anything like that.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. The email, you can find that at vgpodtimism@gmail.com. So the letters VG and then PODTIMISM @gmail. VG Podtimism. I didn't want to spell out video game podtimism, although I will go scoop that email up soon.
Yeah, no, that's good.
We're also on Twitter at VG Podtimism with our lowly follower account because I'm just harassing my friends.
Yeah, I was about to say, tweet at us and Chase will harass you. It seems like that's the thing that happens.
It's true. We've been granting Smash Bros. Bucks and using it to insult other people's mains. So get on there if you want us to come up with an insult for whoever you play on Smash.
We can think of mean things to say. We're not just optimistic people. We can be mean people too.
Yeah, no, it's on Twitter. Everything's terrible there.
We're just on brand for Twitter. Just got to be a little ass.
It's true. So as always, if you enjoy the pod, do us a big favor if you haven't already. Go to Apple Podcasts. Give us a review. If you're feeling especially nice, give us a written review. Those help as well. Helps get our word out a little bit. Make our voices go in other places like Brazil and the Netherlands, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe a VPN.
I really want to get my voice all over.
Spread those vocal cords.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Thanks for all that. Do you have any video game wisdom?
Yeah. Play video games. Stay inside.
Relevant and important.
That's really
short and to the point.
That's what I got right now. Video games are great. There's no reason to go outside. You don't need the sun. You don't need fresh air.
Scientists say we don't need the fucking sun.
That was a position paper that came out. Literally tired. We don't need the fucking sun.
Title: Fuck the sun.
Yes, we don't need it.
Colon, your sun rays blow.
Your sun
it
rays
burns my skin.
Burns my skin. Ain't good for me. I don't like it. I'm done with you, sun. The sun is canceled.
Who said we need this sun?
Who says we need it? We don't.
I'm just asking questions.
I just believe in the human spirit.
It's bright enough to light my bedroom.
Yeah,
Fuck the sun.
We don't need the sun for that. But yeah, just play video games. Don't go outside if you don't have to. That's it. That's my wisdom.
I'll tag along with that. There's so many games coming out right now. Play Doom. Play Animal Crossing. Don't go outside. Don't infect other people. You'll help a grandma by not being outside.
Or dip into the backlog. This is the perfect time to there's this game that, came out 2 years ago that's now half off. And why not just throw $30-$25 at it right now and see if it's good?
Yep.
Dip in. The wonderful world of video games will provide in these trying times.
We don't need the sun anymore. We're breaking up with you, the sun.
Actually, if anything, we need the sun more.
No. I'm done with this bad relationship. I'm dumping you, son.
Dumping? Whoa.
I'm dump son. I'm sun dumping.
That sounds strange.
I'm sumping.
Sumping.
We'll think about it for the next 2 weeks. Okay, bye.
See ya.